Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another broadcast of Mustang basketball here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. 12 minutes left to go before we get this one underway between the Gordon-Rushville Lady Mustangs and the Bayard Tigers here from Bayard this afternoon. Mustangs come in with a season record of 6 wins and 5 losses. Bayard not far behind at 4-4 on the season. Just under 12 minutes left to go before we get things started here. We'll step aside for a word from our sponsors. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.
Hinn's Home Furnishings of Gordon is gearing up for our annual tax return sale with big savings store-wide. Hinn's Home Furnishings has a great selection of couches, recliners, mattresses, appliances, dining room sets, and more. We also carry a wide variety of quality flooring and even offer installation. Hinn's Home Furnishings also offers free local delivery. Come check us out at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Remember, even if we don't have what you're looking for, we can get it for you.
You won't notice any untamed acreage here, a retaining wall that needs rebuilding, or an old gnarled tree stump in the middle of a field. Why? Because it's already been taken care of. That's why. New Holland has the power and versatility to create whatever world you imagine. Get 0% financing for up to 84 months on any compact tractor at your local New Holland dealer. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
You okay?
What happened?
Dad kind of walked into my swing.
Don't you mean Dad kind of ruined our Hawaii fund?
I should go to the hospital.
There goes the airfare. I don't think health insurance will cover all of that.
That's not funny.
Without that cash from
Affleck!
we might have to choose between Hawaii or your face.
Hawaii.
What?
Oh, Hawaii.
You might have less coverage than you think. Visit Aflac.com and keep your lifestyle healthy.
Affleck!
10 minutes left to go in the pregame. Let's take one quick look at starters for these two teams. We'll get back to that again a little bit later in the broadcast, but for those of you tuned in early, let's give you a look at that. Bayard at 4-4 on the season. Starters this afternoon: number 15, Kylie Stewart. Number 20 is Sierra Sauer. Number 21 is Shaylee Peterson. Number 23, Avery Kildow. And number 33, Liz Marker. For the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs, 6-5 on this young basketball season. Starters tonight: number 11, Rianne Ferguson. Number 12, Callie Schultz. Number 13 is Grace Anderson. Number 15, Sierra Garrett. And number 30 is Jacoby Knight. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. We will step aside for just a bit here with about 9 minutes left to go before the opening tip. We'll mute the sound so we don't get pop-up ads coming up on your broadcast, and we'll be back with more pregame festivities in just a bit here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. 3 minutes left to go before we get underway here between the Gordon-Rushville Lady Mustangs and the Bayard Tigers here in Bayard this afternoon. Keep getting a few more of you on board all the time as we get closer to tip-off time. Let's take a quick rundown of those starting lineups for you one more time. For the Bayard Tigers, season record of 4-4. Starters tonight, number 15, Kylie Stewart. Number 20 is Sierra Sauer. Number 21 is Shaylee Peterson. Number 23 is Avery Kildow. And number 33 is Liz Marker. For the Mustangs, 6-5 on the season. Starters tonight, number 11, Rianne Ferguson. Number 12 is Callie Schultz. Number 13, Grace Anderson. Number 15, Sierra Garrett. And number 30 is Jacoby Knight. Those are the starting lineups for the Mustangs and the Bayard Tigers as we work our way now past the 2-minute mark before we get this started. Our first broadcast of this new year, 2018. We certainly hope you had a great holiday season, and we look forward to some fantastic basketball as we work our way through 2018. This very young Mustang girls team has surprised an awful lot of folks by being 6-5 and having a winning record after the rebuilding process that they are going through, but it looks a lot more like reloading at the moment as they have a whole lot of young talent that's turning into seasoned talent in a hurry in this 2017-2018 season. The Mustangs, both boys and girls, went to Wayne over the holiday break for a 3-day tournament down there. Got to see some different competition from what we usually get to see here out west, and a very good experience. Both teams with 1 win and 2 losses on the tournament, but according to Coach Holbert, a very good experience overall. Now we'll get ready for the national anthem and the introductions of the starting lineups.
Varsity Basketball. The Lady Tigers today are entertaining the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. And now the starting lineups. First for the Gordon-Rushville girls. Number 11, 5'7" junior, Rianne Ferguson. Number 12, the 5'6" junior, Callie Schultz. Number 13, the 5'7" sophomore, Grace Anderson. Number 15, the 5'9" sophomore, Sierra Garrett. And number 30, the 5'6" sophomore, Jacoby Knight. Gordon-Rushville is coached by Randy Hilbert and Shelley Van. And now for the hometown Lady Tigers. Number 15, 5'9" junior, Kylie Stewart. Number 20, 5'5" junior, Sierra Sauer. Number 21, 5'9" senior, Shaylee Peterson. Number 23, a 5'1" senior, Avery Kildow. And number 33, 5'9" junior, Lizzie Marker.
So there are the starting lineups for the two teams. Glad to have you along with us here this afternoon. And And as always, each particular location that we broadcast from has its own quirks, and this is no different. We've got good internet service, it looks like, here today, so we shouldn't have to worry about that, knock on wood. But we are very, very close to the crowd here, and so in between, as we have people up on their feet, we may have a diminished view of the court as we go along. But we are ready to get things underway here. 8 minutes on the clock in the first quarter. Sierra Garrett in there ready to jump it up against Kylie Stewart. We are underway, tip controlled by Jacoby Knight, and away we go. Here is Schultz, high post. Down the lane goes Knight, has it stripped away and taken away by the Bayard Tigers. The Mustangs with the turnover on the first possession of the game. Now they go down into the corner, down to the low block to Stewart. Shot up and good. And we got a traveling call here as we try to get our scoreboard to cooperate with us. 7:30 to go. Mustangs with consecutive turnovers to start the game here. They trail 2-0 to the Bayard Tigers. So this will be Sauer setting it up. Mustangs in the 1-3-1 zone. They love this 1-3-1 zone. They love to trap out in the corners with this. Into the corner, back out on the wing. Skip pass taken away by Grace Anderson. Nice steal that time, but taken right back by Avery Kildow. Kildow feeds it to, that is Sauer. And Sauer with 2 points, and Bayard with the 4-0 lead. Mustangs defeat the press and get it to Knight between the circles. Now over to Schultz on the right wing. Looks in, high post, Knight back out to Garrett. Now they'll swing it around. This is Ferguson between the circles. Into the corner she goes for Anderson. Wants to go inside to Garrett. Posts up, kicks it out. And this is Schultz into the paint for Knight. Knight down the lane. A lot of contact. Thought maybe Knight was going to be called for the travel, but no call there. But then the reach-in foul on the Mustangs. And that'll be on Garrett, and that is her first. Substitutions now. Gracie Perez and Jayla Bramer come in. Ferguson and Anderson to the bench. And now the Mustangs will extend that 1-3-1 defense, and they'll stretch that out and make it a three-quarter court press. Bayard able to get it across, and now they've got numbers. Kicked by Bramer and out of bounds. It'll stay with Bayard. 6:24 to go in the first quarter. Bayard with the ball out of bounds on the sideline. This is Kildow. Triggers it in and gets it into Peterson. Tries to go into the paint, taken away by Garrett. Ahead quickly to Knight. Knight, 1-on-2. Jump stop at the block, and she is fouled. That'll be 2 shots for Jacoby Knight. 6:15 to go in the first quarter. Give that foul to Avery Kildow, number 1 on her. And Jacoby Knight with 2 free throws. Early going of the first quarter here. Knight gets the friendly roll and drops that one in. So the Mustangs on the board. And Knight lines up the second. She gets them both. And the lead is cut in half. Mustangs back to work on that press. Now here's Kildow across the timeline, and now they'll set that offense and go to work. They'll swing it back up top to Sauer. Around to Kildow, just inside the three-point line. That one is short. Garrett had a hand on the rebound. Finally pulled out of there by Callie Schultz. Schultz switches hands, pulls up from the free throw line. That one missed badly. Garrett battling for the rebound. She hits the floor. Schultz picks it up and whips it out there, and Knight able to track it down. The Mustangs get an extra possession here. There's a three-pointer. Good! Gracie Perez knocks that one down and puts the Mustangs out in front 5-4. And now a blocking foul called on Callie Schultz on the far side. They found Gracie Perez open out on the wing behind the three-point line. She wasted no time dropping that one in for 3, and it gives the Mustangs their first lead of the game with 5:25 to go in the first quarter. Into the corner they go for Stewart. Now back up top, they swing it around. This is Sauer on the wing. Looks down into the corner for Stewart. Drives baseline, pull-up jumper. That one is short and rebounded by Jacoby Knight. Mustangs with a chance to extend that 1-point lead. Knight sets the offense. Onto the wing for Schultz. They go back to Knight at the high post. Flips it out for Perez. Quickly down low for Garrett. Backs in. Turns around. No call. Refs letting them play here pretty well in this first quarter. So this is Stewart crossing the timeline. Brings it up the left side and throws it right into the mitts of Garrett. Now a 3-on-2 for the Mustangs coming the other way. Garrett lays it up. Good. Sierra Garrett with her first two, and now it's 7-4 with 4:38 to go. More press by the Mustangs. Bramer nearly got a hand on that one. Stewart nearly traveled. That one's blocked, and Bramer comes up with it. And finally, a reach-in foul going to be called on Bayard. The refs are really letting them play in this first quarter. That's going to be called on number 20. That's Sierra Sauer, and that is her first. So now into the game for Bayard comes Jessica Whitebear. And we got to see who else that was. Grace Burry also into the game. Timeout called on the floor. 4:27 left to go in the first quarter. The Mustangs up 7-4. Folks, it is that time of year. Stop in and take advantage of True Value of Gordon's big coupon sale. It's going on now. Come and see Buck and the gang at 217 North Main Street. They've got over 125 items on sale right now. That's the big coupon sale going on now at Gordon True Value. And Open Range Beef of Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and our community. 4:27 left to go, first quarter. Mustangs by 3. 2 team fouls for each team in the early going here. Just about halfway through the first quarter. Bayard came out with 6 players on the court. Now they've got that rectified. And the Mustangs will go to work. Schultz walks it across the timeline. Drives in, kicks it out. Into the corner they go. Perez steps back. That one was short and rebounded. And Bramer's going to reach in and get the tie-up. That was Whitebear with the rebound. Bramer reached in and got a grip on it and got the tie-up there, and the alternating possession going to the Bayard Tigers. 4:13 to go. Bramer out, and Ferguson back into the Mustang lineup. Into the corner they go. This is Stewart. That one is good for 3. Kylie Stewart has 5 points, and we are tied at 7, just under 4 to go in the first quarter. In the corner they go to Perez. Back up to the top of the key. This is Ferguson. And Rianne trying to get some room to get things started is going to be called for the travel. And so the Mustangs, with several turnovers on the offensive end, need to clean things up just a little bit in this first quarter. Tied at 7. They go on to the wing and now into the corner for Stewart. She drives baseline, tries to leave it. Does. Back to Stewart. That shot is no good, but she is fouled, and that'll put Stewart at the line for 2 shots. Give that foul to Gracie Perez. That is her first. 3:39 to go, first quarter. First free throw falls off, no good. But neither team able to really get that offense in gear and find some rhythm in the early going. Stewart lines up the second free throw, puts it up. That one is no good. Rebound comes out. That's going to be controlled by Stewart. Goes right down inside, tipped around, and going to be saved back into Whitebear. Here's a free throw line jumper that won't go. And Jacoby Knight clears the rebound and heads up the floor for the Mustangs. Knight works to the right side, all the way to the corner. 3:20 to go. Pull-up jumper. Good! Jacoby Knight took it coast to coast and dropped it in for 2. Mustangs back in front, 9-7. Into the corner. This is Whitebear. Now back out. Stewart up top for Sauer. Now they swing it around. Shot up and good, as that was Grace Burry for 2. Tied at 9. Under 3 to go, first quarter. Ferguson brings it across. Gets it to Knight. She'll set the offense. 1-2-2 zone defense by Bayard here. Knight puts it on the floor and left that one short, but there's Garrett too far under the basket to do anything with it. Now she gets it back And now we've got Shelby Holbert in the game. She feeds it to Perez. She can't get the three-pointer to fall, and now a blocking foul going to be called on Jacoby Knight, her first, and that's the third on the Mustangs. Substitutions now as Schultz and Anderson back in. Garrett and Perez will get a breather. 2:26 to go. First quarter tied at 9 from Bayard. Burry gets it to Stewart. Now back up top. Miscommunication there, and that's going to be a backcourt violation as Bailey Lake went back to get it, stepped across the timeline, and that'll be Mustang basketball with 2:17 to go in the first quarter. Great facility here in Bayard. Fairly new and a nice place to work a game from. Ferguson in the corner. Looks, finally gets it back out to Anderson. She'll bring it up between the circles. Now onto the wing. High post, quick shot that time by Ferguson, but can't get it to fall. And Stewart clears the rebound, brings it up the floor. Quickly ahead to White Bear down on the baseline, and a double dribble called there. They'll give it back to Gordon-Rushville with 1:50 to go. Tied at 9, under 2 to go in the first quarter. Schultz picks up her dribble, finds Anderson on the wing. Back to Schultz, over her head and out of bounds. Grace Anderson trying to clear the defender and put it over top of Schultz's head as well. The Mustangs, and that is at least 4 turnovers in this first quarter for them. Down into the corner for Stewart. Now they swing it back out to Lake. High post back to Lake. Lake trying to find somewhere to go with this. Now she finds Burry driving down the lane. And they're going to call this foul on. That is on Jacoby Knight, and that is number 2 for her. So this will put Grace Burry at the line for 2. 1:19 to go. First one is good. And that puts Bayard back in the lead. Garrett comes back in. Knight will get a breather, and now for the first time this afternoon, Beth Bragg into the game as Holbert heads to the bench. So the second one on the way by Grace Burry. That one falls off no good. Anderson with the rebound finds Beth Bragg, and she'll bring it up the right side. 1:14 to go. Into the corner for Schultz. Down low on the block for Ferguson. Count the basket and one. Nice job that time by Rianne Ferguson. Caught and shot in a heartbeat. Made the basket, absorbed the contact, and a chance for the three-point play here with 1:09 to go. The Mustangs now in front, 11-10. It's been back and forth the whole way. That one is short off the front of the rim. Anderson had a shot at that rebound, but it's cleared out of there. This is Peterson ahead into the corner. Now they swing it back to Peterson between the circles. Down to the low block. Wrestling match for it there. Out of bounds. Stays with Bayard. And now into the game, Samantha Trevino, number 43 for the Bayard Tigers. They get it into the corner for Trevino. Three-pointer, good. Samantha Trevino lights the lamp, and a 2-point advantage. Trevino now gets a hand on that pass, and a takeaway by the Tigers with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Into the corner for Trevino. That one stepped in front by Garrett, and now under 30 seconds. Callie Schultz brings it up the left side, peels it back to Ferguson. Ferguson will find Anderson. She'll hand it back to Callie with 20 seconds to work. Beth Bragg, pull-up jumper. That one was too strong. Ferguson there with the rebound. Her putback on the fall-away jumper won't go. And now under 10. Quickly up the floor come the Tigers, and it is out of bounds off the referee. The Mustangs will have it with 6.5 seconds. They'll bring Gracie Perez in. Get that long-range sharpshooter into the game. Mustangs hoping to get a three-pointer late in this first quarter. 6.5 seconds left to go first quarter. Mustangs will roll it in, try and conserve some time. Now Callie Schultz picks it up, crosses the timeline. Bragg wanted to go to the corner, and that won't work, won't get a shot off. The Mustangs were trying to find Gracie Perez in the corner, but she had headed down the baseline. Nothing there, and so at the end of one, it is Bayard 13 and Gordon-Rushville 11.
Hins Home Furnishings of Gordon is gearing up for our annual tax return sale with big savings store-wide. Hins Home Furnishings has a great selection of couches, recliners, mattresses, appliances, dining room sets, and more. We also carry a wide variety of quality flooring and even offer installation. Hins Home Furnishings also offers free local delivery. Come check us out at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Remember, even if we don't have what you're looking for, we can get it for you.
So ready to get the second quarter underway. Today is your last day to take advantage of Superfoods and Ideal Market in Rushville's 3-day sale. That's going on right now. This is the last day. Superfoods, of course, located on Highway 20 in Gordon, and Ideal Market on Highway 20 in Rushville. Both are open 7 days a week. Ready to get the second quarter underway. Mustangs trail by 2. Schultz onto the wing for Bragg. She'll drive to the corner, flips it over to the top to Garrett. Nice feed that time by Garrett. Found Gracie Perez all alone under the basket. And Gracie's got 5. Kildow, now they'll reverse it. Back around. Kildow will take it at the top of the key. Tried to get it to Stewart. Slapped around, taken away. And that ball still loose on the floor. Still a battle for it. Gracie Perez reaches in and gets the tie-up, alternating possession back to the Bayard Tigers. 7:26 to go in the second quarter. Get it into the corner. This is Kildow. Her three-pointer. High rebound won't fall. And then Ferguson wrestles that rebound free. And now we've got a reach-in foul on Kylie Stewart. That'll be her first. Tied at 13, 7:18 left to go in the second quarter. These two teams' records fairly evenly matched on paper. It's been an evenly matched contest to this point. Garrett off glass, can't get it to fall. Tipped out of bounds. It'll go over to the Bayard Tigers. As they'll say, Garrett touched it last. Trevino comes out, and back into the game comes Liz Marker. So Sauer brings it up the floor, crosses the timeline, goes to work against Beth Bragg. Mustangs in a bit of a 3-2 zone look now. Here's Sauer bringing around the right side, picks up her dribble. Kicks it out to White Bear. Now she's hung up. Finds Kildow. And a reach-in foul called on the Mustangs. And 2 shots. Kildow will head to the line. Give that foul to Callie Schultz. Her first. And that is 5 fouls. Excuse me, 6. I missed one somewhere. They're saying 6 on the Mustangs. So the next Mustang foul puts the Tigers into the 1-and-1 bonus. Kildow's first free throw is good. That puts Bayard back in front. Kildow takes her time, lines up the second. That one bounces off, no good. Gracie Perez with the rebound. Ferguson crosses the timeline, and the Mustangs go back to work on offense. This 1-2-2 zone by Bayard has been effective against the Mustangs. They try to go into the paint. That one's tipped. Callie Schultz comes up with it. Little runner. Count the basket and 1. Blocking foul called on the Bayard Tigers. Callie drove to the basket. took that contact by Kylie Stewart and put it into the bucket for 2 points. That is the second on Stewart. Perez and Bragg to the bench. Holbert and Anderson back in. So the chance for the three-point play for Callie Schultz. 6:14 to go. High arcing free throw won't fall. Sauer with the rebound, brings it up the near side. Now she'll slow it down. Into the corner, this is Stewart. That one no good, and we're gonna have an over the back call on one of the Bayard Tigers. That is on Liz Marker, and that is her first. And now Bayard gonna come up and provide some full court pressure on the Mustangs. Callie Schultz gets it ahead, tried to get it ahead to Sierra Garrett. She wasn't ready for the pass, and it sails all the way down the floor and out of bounds. Another Mustang turnover. The Mustangs lead it by 1. 6 fouls apiece for these two teams, and that pass off the fingertips of White Bear and out of bounds. So the Mustangs get it right back. 5:49 left in this second quarter. Schultz ahead to Holbert. Holbert nearly traveled with it, feeds it to Garrett off the glass. That one won't go, but she is fouled. Shelby Holbert may have got away with one extra step. Give that foul to Liz Marker, her second. So 2 quick fouls on Liz Marker, and now they're going to say that is her third. So 3 fouls on Marker, and now the Mustangs in the 1-and-1 bonus. First one for Garrett is no good. So Marker will have to come out of the game. She's going to be replaced by Shaylee Peterson. So Garrett lines up free throw number 2 with 5:41 to go in this second quarter. Second one is good. And now the Mustangs back to a 2-point advantage. Neither team is led by, the Bayard Tigers did lead 4-0 in the early going, but since then the biggest lead has been 2. That one, errant pass picked up by Holbert. Tries to get it ahead to Ferguson, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. Bayard Tigers do the Mustangs a favor there and tip it out of bounds. And so Gordon-Rushville maintains possession. Bayard really trying to step up the pressure against the Mustangs as we approach the midway point of this second quarter. Anderson looks inside for Garrett. Over the top to Ferguson. Catches, shoots, good! Nice ball movement that time by the Mustangs. Rianne Ferguson now with 4 points, and the Mustangs with their biggest lead of the game. Stewart, and a blocking foul there. Going to be called against Sierra Garrett. Well, that is the second on Garrett. And now both teams into that 1-and-1 the rest of the way. Kylie Stewart is 0 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. First one here is off the mark as well. Jacoby Knight comes in, Holbert to the bench. Jacoby Knight had been relegated to the bench after picking up her second foul. And now they've got her back out on the floor. Stewart lines up the second, that one also off the mark. Quickly ahead to Grace Anderson, turns up the right side. She comes ahead to Callie Schultz. Mustangs without numbers, and then a traveling call on Callie Schultz. A little bit of a hop that time, and they'll turn it over with 4:56 to go. Beth Bragg comes in, Schultz to the bench. The Mustangs with a whole lot of interchangeable moving parts. They do a lot of substitution, a lot of different players in the game so far here today. They go down low, kick it out to Stewart. Good quick ball movement by Bayard against this Mustang zone. That one is through the fingertips and out of bounds of Bailey Lake. And the Mustangs get it back. 4:41 to go in the second quarter. Beth Bragg to trigger the offense now for Gordon-Rushville. Crosses the timeline, finds Anderson on the right wing. Anderson back between the circles to Ferguson. Now Bragg on the wing. Anderson between the circles. 4.5 to go. Ferguson looks. Now she'll put it on the floor. Down low onto the block for Knight. Has trouble getting that one gathered in. Feeds it through to Bragg. Free throw line jumper in and out. No good. And that's rebounded by Shaylee Peterson. Now Bayard wanting to push the tempo just a little bit here. That one off the glass and good. Bailey Lake. Bailey Lake for 3. Pulls Bayard back within 1. Knight in the corner. Guarded by Peterson. Kicks it up top. Anderson will try the 3. Hoists that one up. It's off the back iron and no good. And rebounded by the Bayard Tigers. Bayard has done a great job on the glass tonight. Mustangs without a whole lot of offensive boards. Peterson swings it around. And we've got a traveling call, I believe. Yep, traveling called on Grace Burry. That'll give it back to Gordon-Rushville with 3:35 to go in the second quarter and a 1-point lead. Bayard trying to pick up the pace just a little bit in the latter half of this second quarter. And Garrett in the corner looks in, skip pass across to Bragg. She'll put it on the floor. Now she'll pull it back out. Ferguson swings it to Anderson, back to Garrett. High post they go to Knight. Knight faces up. There's Ferguson. Catch, shoot. That one won't fall. And rebounded by Burry. Now Bayard wants to run. Stewart ahead. And that one laid up and good by Bailey Lake. And now Bayard back in the lead. Under 3 to go. They lead at 19-18. Ferguson across to Anderson. Now they go high post for Knight. Squares up. Beth Bragg's shot won't go. Rebounded by Burry. She'll dribble out of trouble and brings it up the left side in a hurry. 3-on-2 for Bayard. That one won't fall, but the rebound, the putback will go. And the foul called. That may be number 3 on Sierra Garrett. No, they call that foul on Beth Bragg. Bailey Lake with the basket. That gives her 7 points. And now the Mustangs are going to bring back in Perez and Bramer. And now Maddie Schmidt into the game for the first time for the Mustangs. One shot here for Bailey Lake. 2:31 to go. Trying to push the Bayard lead back to 4. And she does. (22-18), 2:31 to go, second quarter. Knight will bring it across the timeline. Bayard picking up the Mustangs out beyond the 3-point line, and they're having a hard time getting their half-court offense set because of that. So there is Burry, and she's going to dribble it off the foot of one of the Mustangs and out of bounds. It'll stay with Bayard. 2:11 to go in the quarter. Peterson to inbound it. Into the corner she goes to Sauer. Here's Trevino for 3. Good! Samantha Trevino with 6 points on a pair of 3-pointers, and now that makes it a 7-point lead. The biggest of the game for the Bayard Tigers. Knight loses it, gets it back, and then a traveling call as she was on a knee and stood up. And they'll give it back to Bayard with 1:52 to go. So Bayard on a nice run here. The Mustangs had a 4-point lead. Now the Mustangs will get the steal here. And then they'll give it right back. Trevino down to the baseline for Burry. That one's no good. Trevino gets the rebound, puts it up, and good. Well, Bayard with a strong finish to this first half. Here's Schmidt onto the wing. Now they go down low for Bramer, but she is fouled from behind, and that'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Jayla Bramer. And they're going to give that foul to Kylie Stewart, and that is number 3 for her. And she will have to come out of the game now. So Jayla Bramer with a 1-and-1 opportunity here. The Mustangs now trailing by 9. 27-18. The first one is good. 1:22 to go in this first half. And the second one falls in as well for Jayla. Cuts the lead to 7. Down to the baseline for Trevino, right back out to Sauer. This is Burry handing it off for Trevino, had 1 foot on the line, and that is a 2-pointer for Trevino. 29-20. As we cross the 1-minute mark, here's Schmidt on the wing, into the corner for Garrett. Inside for Bramer. Double teamed there, gets it out to Garrett. They'll shuffle it out, Perez for 3. That one a little bit too strong. Garrett with the rebound, the putback, but she is fouled on the shot. And that's going to go against Shaylee Peterson. That is her first. Bayard doesn't play a whole lot of girls. They've got 2 starters with 3 fouls apiece, and so that may come into play as we work our way through this second half. The first one by Garrett is no good. 47.8 seconds left to go in this first half. Mustangs down by 9. Second for Sierra Garrett is good. Clock runs under 45 seconds. Burry crosses the timeline. High post she goes. That one is off the fingertips and out of bounds. Trying to get it to Sauer down on the baseline. 38.6 seconds for the Mustangs to work. They trail by 8. Like to chip into this lead just a little bit before the half. Hobart gives the defender the slip, flips it back out. Now they'll swing it around. This is Schmidt back across to Perez. Bramer in the corner, over the top to Garrett, but a little too strong, and then Maddie Schmidt with the reach-in foul. And that is her first, but unfortunately that puts Bayard at the line for a 1-on-1 opportunity. 22 seconds left to go in the first half. So this will be Grace Burry. She's 1 for 2 from the line. First one's no good. The rebound by Trevino, kicks it back out to Burry. A 3-pointer from the top of the key. The bank is open for Bailey Lake. And she drops it in, and that pushes the lead to 11. 8 seconds to go. Schmidt into the corner for Bramer. Garrett down low, and she is fouled on the shot with 2.4 seconds left to go. So fouls starting to add up for both teams here. Give that foul to Grace Burry. That is her first. So Garrett 2 for 4 from the line tonight. She'll have 2 shots here with 2.4 seconds to go in the first half. The first one is no good. 2.4 seconds. Even on the miss, there won't be much time for Bayard to do much here, and there isn't. They'll get the rebound. 1 second to go, and the clock will expire before they can get a shot off. But it is a very successful last 4 minutes of that second quarter as I keep forgetting where we're at. Bayard leads the Mustangs 32-21 at the half.
You're at brunch. You want to go sweet, but you also want savory. What do? You order the brunch explosion. Boom. It's the same thing as Aflac. All right, look, you have major medical insurance, but you also need to make sure your bases are covered. So if you get stuck with an unexpected medical bill and your regular insurance doesn't pay for everything, Aflac pays you cash to help you get through it.
Oh, that's what Aflac is.
That's what Aflac is.
There is a new world out there, revealing itself in unpredictable ways. A world that demands more from the land and those who grow, farm, and build on it. This new world calls for the ingenuity to get more out of it, while preserving as much as we can. After all, to stay ahead of tomorrow, we need to be equipped for it today.
arguing with my broadcast software here just a little bit. We are at the half, and Bayard leads 32-21. Let's take a quick look at some halftime scoring totals. First for the Mustangs, Gracie Perez leads the way. She's got 5 points. 3 others with 4 points apiece. That would be Rianne Ferguson, Sierra Garrett, and Jacoby Knight. Callie Schultz has 2, and Jayla Bramer has 2 to round out the scoring for the Mustangs. For the Bayard Tigers, it has been a 3-point explosion. Bailey Lake with a pair of 3-pointers. She has 11 points to lead the way. Samantha Trevino also with a pair of 3-pointers. She has 10 points, so 2 Bayard Tigers in double figures in this first half. Kylie Stewart has 5. Grace Burry has 3, and Sierra Sauer has 2. Taking a look at the fouls, though, that may come into play as we work our way through this second half. Kylie Stewart has 3 fouls for the Bayard Tigers, as does Liz Marker. Sierra Sauer has 1. Shaylee Peterson, Grace Burry, and Avery Kildow also each with 1 foul apiece. For the Mustangs, Jacoby Knight with 2, and Sierra Garrett also with 2 fouls. Callie Schultz, Beth Bragg, Maddie Schmidt, and Gracie Perez each with 1 foul apiece for Gordon-Rushville. 7.5 to go in this halftime break. Mustangs down by 11 at the half, 32-21.
Hins Home Furnishings of Gordon is gearing up for our annual tax return sale with big savings store-wide. Hins Home Furnishings has a great selection of couches, recliners, mattresses, appliances, dining room sets, and more. We also carry a wide variety of quality flooring and even offer installation. Hins Home Furnishings also offers free local delivery. Come check us out at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Remember, even if we don't have what you're looking for, we can get it for you.
So at the half, the Mustangs trail 32-21. And we would encourage you to stop in and see Hub International for all of your home, auto, farm, ranch, and crop insurance needs. You can find Jeff and all the rest of them at 402 East 2nd Street in Rushville. Whether your tooth was knocked out going up for a layup or you chipped it while eating stadium popcorn, head on down to see Dr. Robert Ferguson and his outstanding staff at Gordon Dental for all of your dental health needs, and he will gently fix you right up. You should also check out the great selection of sale items now at Hins Clothing in Gordon. They also have a great selection of sportswear, casual wear, jeans, shoes, and much more. Come to Hins Clothing Center. Thank you, Casey Slama, for letting us know that the stream was down. Appreciate that. I think we've got it back up and running. Not sure what happened, why it kicked us out, but we are back. I apologize. Not sure what's going on. Well, let's see if we can get this thing up and running again. We are struggling mightily, and that's what we get for bragging on the internet service here. It has decided that has become very unreliable the last few minutes. We apologize, but here's where we are. Looks like it's going to hold for the time being. Game reset. We are midway through the third quarter. 4 minutes on the dot left. We are at the timeout break. Bayard leads at 38-29. Let's see if we can get our scoreboard up to date here. So 38-29. Mustangs trail by 9. Out of the timeout, it will be Mustang basketball. Looks like maybe we're back in business here. Not sure what the whole hang-up is, but we're going to think that we're going again here. They get it down low for Garrett. Knight tried to shoot it across to Bramer on the low block. Couldn't get it done, and another takeaway. The Mustangs with a whole lot of turnovers in this game. They are struggling mightily against this Bayard Tiger defense. 3:45 to go. Stewart thought about the three. Now they'll go down to the block. That is Marker. Maybe partially blocked that time. Knight has it stripped away. Quickly down to Peterson. Her shot up and good. her first points of the game, 40-29. Under 3.5 to go in the third quarter, and the Mustangs in trouble here. They go high post for Knight. Knight turns, squares up, trying to find somewhere to go with it. Now she'll drive down the lane. Little scoop shot, up and good. Nice move that time by Jacoby Knight. That gives her 7 points on the evening. 3:10 to go, and the Mustangs trail by 9 again. Here's Peterson, cross court to Stewart. Stewart drives to the baseline, flips it to Marker. Foot on the line there. No, they're going to say it was a three-pointer. Three-pointer for Lake. She had a foot just on the line, but nobody had a good look at it. 2:45 to go. Anderson kicks it out to Bramer. Right back to Anderson. She had a wide open look at the basket, instead tried to feed it across, and we've got a held ball, and this will be Bayard Tiger basketball. Grace Anderson had no idea how wide open she was. Results in a turnover. 2:37 to go, third quarter. So this will be Burry who brings it up the right side. Into the corner. And a traveling call there by Avery Kildow. That'll give it back to Gordon-Rushville with 2:27 to go in this third quarter. Only one foul on Bayard in this second half, 4 on the Mustangs, and that was what might be the key to getting the Mustangs a little more even in this contest. 2 Bayard starters with 3 fouls, and there's Knight weaving her way through, but Garrett is there to clean it up. Sierra Garrett with her first points of the second half, and the Mustangs now back within 10. Kildow for 3. That one was short. And now here's Callie Schultz on the run. Callie down the floor, stops, puts it up, can't get it to fall. There's Bramer trailing the play. Count the basket and one. Jayla Bramer, the great follow that time. Cleaned it up nicely, draws the foul. Give that foul to Sierra Sauer. That is her second. The Mustangs showing signs of life here. They've cut the lead to 8. Perez comes out, Ferguson back in. And Jayla Bramer with a chance for the three-point play. 1:57 to go in the third quarter. Bramer 2 for 2, now 3 for 3 on the afternoon. And that's a 7-point advantage. This is as close as the Mustangs have been for quite a while. There's Stewart behind the defense, lays it up and good. Mustangs lost all track of Kylie Stewart. She came in during those free throws, got back behind the defense, made the Mustangs pay. The lead is 9. Here's Knight on the wing. Into the corner for Bramer. To Knight on the give and go. Knight triple teamed inside, able to get it out to Schultz. Knight with the head fake and the travel. Knight starting to get more aggressive from that high post. Instead of passing it back out, she's trying to put it on the floor and make something happen driving down the lane. Now that time called for the travel. Shelby Holbert back into the game now. She guards Kildow on the wing. Skip pass all the way across to Peterson just inside the three-point line. That one is good. Long two-pointer for Peterson. And now it's an 11-point game. Knight to Garrett, feeds it back to Knight, and she is fouled. Good aggressive play by Jacoby Knight. And to be honest, the Mustangs have looked kind of lackluster until the last couple of minutes of this third quarter. 1:01 left to go. They give that foul to Peterson, and that is her third. So 3 Bayard Tigers with 3 fouls. First free throw by Knight is no good. So Kildow will have to come out. And this will be Trevino coming into the game. Trevino had 10 points in the first half, yet to find the scoreboard in the second. Knight's second free throw finds its way home. And it's back to a 10-point advantage, under a minute to go. Lake drives, pulls up, shot well short, rebounded by Bramer. Gets it out to Callie Schultz with the left hand, ahead to Knight. Knight down the lane, round a defender, up and good. Jacoby Knight finding her stride in this third quarter. 32 seconds to go in the third quarter. Burry around to the left side. This is Stewart, drives to the baseline. That shot no good, but she is going to be fouled. I believe that is Bramer with 25.1 seconds. That is Bramer, and that is her first. That is the 5th foul in the second half on the Mustangs. Puts Kylie Stewart at the line. She is 0 for 4 from the line tonight. She gets that one to fall. Perez comes in for Bramer. And now Beth Bragg checks in for Callie Schultz. Stewart now with 8 points. So the Mustangs with 25 seconds to work. High arcing shot, that one is good. Bragg into the corner for Holbert. 20 seconds. They try to go high post for Knight. Wrestled around, and Shelby Holbert able to keep a hold of that ball in the scrum. Alternating possession goes to the Mustangs with 14.8 seconds left to go. Perez to inbound it. Into the corner for Knight. Hands it right back to Perez. Over the top to Bragg. Bragg lost it. And now here's Trevino with 8 seconds. Works against Holbert. Flips it across, but nice defensive play by Beth Bragg. She ran the floor, got back, and able to disrupt that play and prevent the easy layup. Tips it out of bounds. 3.5 seconds. Bayard will have it out of bounds. 10-point game. Over the top they go. Stewart shot. That one is short. Tipped around, and the buzzer sounds. After 3, it's a 10-point game. 49-39.
When the field is your office, you never get tired of going to work. Cut, rake, bale, repeat. New Holland offers the power and versatility to get through the day. From small squares to large squares and everything in between, New Holland has you covered. Visit your local dealer today to find out more. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
So we head to the fourth quarter. Bayard leads the Mustangs by 10, 49-39. Mustangs with 5 fouls in the second half, Bayard with just 3. None of the Mustangs with more than 2 fouls, but 3 Bayard Tigers with 3 fouls. Marker, Peterson, and Stewart. 3 starters each with 3 fouls. So the Mustangs can find a way to be aggressive and drive to the basket. They may be able to cause some havoc in this fourth quarter. Sauer brings it to the right wing. Hands it back to Burry. Go inside and taken away by Garrett. Callie Schultz quickly down the floor. Callie without numbers. Pulls it back. This is Knight. She'll try the 3. Bank won't work that time. Garrett around traffic. That rebound tipped around. Going to be tracked down by Callie Schultz. So a couple of offensive rebounds on this possession. Long 3-pointer. Good! Gracie Perez from way downtown. 3 for her. She's got 11 points. And that gets the Mustangs back within 7, and that's as close as they've been in quite some time. That 3-pointer is short, and another rebound by the Mustangs. Flipped ahead quickly, but Kildow is going to track that down, but not before Ferguson gets in there and causes some difficulty. And now the Mustangs have it. Garrett puts it in, and the Mustangs chipping away. 5-point advantage with 7 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. The Mustangs making a game of it. Burry tries the 3. That one won't go. And the Mustangs with numbers again. Callie Schultz, nobody's going to outrun her. Callie lays it up, can't get it to fall. Knight can't get the putback to go, but she is fouled, and she'll have 2 free throws. So coming out of that third quarter break, the Mustangs have come out on fire. That is the second on Bailey Lake, excuse me. Second foul on Bailey Lake. And Jacoby Knight misses the first. Bramer in for Perez. 6:45 to go, fourth quarter, and a timeout called on the floor. Full 1-minute timeout called by the Bayard Tigers It is Bayard 49 and the Mustangs 44 here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.
When you go to a doctor or hospital, your insurance company pays for this much. The rest is on you. So if these are the savings you'll dip into while you're out of work, Aflac can help. Helps to cover the stuff that isn't covered by your regular insurance, so your bills won't be totally bananas.
Oh, that's what Aflac is.
Apply during your company's annual open enrollment. Stock up on benefits, you're set for the year.
.6:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Mustangs have clawed their way back into this. They trail it by 5, 49-44. Bayard just called a 1-minute timeout, trying to right the ship here. Mustangs on a good run. And at the free throw line, Jacoby Knight. She'll have one free throw. Trying to cut this lead to 4. She lines it up. And it is good. 4-point game. And now we've got a violation by Bayard, as that was Burry across the end line on the inbounds attempt. And they'll give it right back to the Mustangs, and a chance now for Gordon-Rushville to make this a one-possession game. Perez comes in for some instant offense. She'll inbound it, gets it to Knight. Knight turns, kicks it out, high post, now back around to Callie. Perez back to Callie. Callie hits the deck. Inside they go to Knight. Puts it on the floor. Wild looking shot that time by Jacoby Knight. Can't get it to go. And up the floor comes Stewart, tipped out of bounds, but it's off of Callie Schultz. 6:28 to go. Bayard with the basketball. And now Bramer's going to check back in. Coach Holbert with some situational substitutions here. He likes Bramer on defense. Over the top they go. Garrett lost track of Stewart, and Stewart lays it up and in for 2. Sierra Garrett got turned around, and an easy lay-in. Callie down the lane, lost the handle on it. Garrett nearly reached in and picked up a foul there. 6:10 to go. And Bayard with 6-point advantage. Burry back to the top of the key. Here's Peterson. They reverse it around to Stewart, down to the baseline. Burry high off the glass. He is good. Now, one thing you got to say, this Bayard Tigers team uses the glass extremely well. Every shot they put up goes off glass, and that 4-point advantage has expanded to 8 now for the Bayard Tigers. Mustangs will call a timeout, try to figure this out. Say thanks to sponsors of today's game: Gordon True Value, Gordon Superfoods, an ideal market of Rushville, Open Range Beef, Hub International, Gordon Dental, Hins Clothing Center, the First National Bank in Gordon, Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan, Strong Insurance, the Bank of the West, the Italian Inn in Gordon, Grocery Mart, Modern Farm Equipment, Gordon Memorial Health Services, Hins Home Furnishings, and of course the Sheridan County Journal-Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. And the Journal-Star available as an online edition. I encourage you to check that out. Hopefully you're watching from the link on the Sheridan County Journal-Star webpage. Tune on over to SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions and check it out. Access the Journal-Star from anywhere you go. Desktop, laptop, mobile device, you name it, at your fingertips. 5:43 to go, fourth quarter. Mustangs trail by 8. Gracie Perez to inbound it. Into the corner for Schultz. Back to Perez. Over the top. And Knight tracks it down. Bayard has played good zone defense against the Mustangs here this afternoon. High post for Knight. Knight will put it on the floor. That one won't go. Garrett's putback won't fall. Ball loose on the floor, but Stewart's going to track it down. Now she's still got it, able to get out of trouble. Over the top to Burry. Burry cut off. Here's Peterson for three. That one's off the side of the net and out of bounds. 5:09 to go. Mustangs back to trying to chip away into this 8-point lead. After Bayard was able to, Bayard got into some early foul trouble, they've been able to stay out of trouble in this second half, and there is a shot by Jacoby Knight up and good for two more. And now the lead is 6. The Mustangs need to get some defensive stops. Onto the wing for Stewart, or into the corner for Stewart. Back to the wing, this is Burry. Burry goes high post, taken away by Schultz, but taken right back. Now Callie's got it. Callie down the floor. Lays it up, good. Callie Schultz, she's got 6 points. Peterson takes that long inbounds pass. And back to a 4-point advantage for Bayard with 4:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Over the top they go, taken away by Callie Schultz. Ahead to Jacoby Knight, 3-on-1. Knight around traffic, can't get it to fall. Garrett is there for the rebound, and she is fouled. Sierra Garrett able to get that offensive rebound. They give that foul to Peterson, and that is number 4 on her. And the 5th team foul in the second half on the Bayard Tigers. So instead of Peterson coming out, it's Grace Burry who heads to the bench. The Mustangs with another chance to cut this to a 1-possession game. And another traveling call. That's twice that Jacoby Knight has got that shuffle on the good head fake. And now they're going to warn Jacoby Knight for throwing the basketball. She dropped that down in disgust and maybe with a little more emphasis than what she had intended. 4:10 to go. Sauer crosses the timeline, guarded closely by Callie Schultz. Now she reverses direction. They swing it around, and this is Stewart who'll back it out. Under 4 to go. High post they go. This is Lake. Cut off, and now to Stewart. Tries to go baseline. Garrett reached in and stripped the ball away, but they'll say she got her on the arm, and that is going to be number 3 on Sierra Garrett. And foul number 6 on the Mustangs. Perez out, Bramer in. 3:51 to go. Well, Bayard will be in the 1-and-1 the rest of the way. That shot won't go, but a foul called, and that'll put Liz Marker at the line. And just like that, 2 quick fouls on Sierra Garrett. Now she has 4. So Marker yet to score today. These will be her first free throw attempts. First one is good. Stretches the lead to 5. Her second free throw is also good. And the Mustangs with some work to do. 3:45 to go in the fourth quarter. They trail by 6. Jacoby Knight. And a timeout called by the Mustangs. Randy Holbert wants to talk it over with the troops. Stop in and take advantage of True Value of Gordon's big coupon sale. It's going on now. Stop in and see Buck and the gang at 217 North Main Street in Gordon. And don't forget that Gordon Memorial Health Services is welcoming Dr. Rob Schliefert as he brings his ENT specialty clinic to Gordon Memorial Health Services. He started seeing patients in December, and he is excited to bring his services to our community. To schedule an appointment, call 605-791-0602. 3:40 to go, fourth quarter. Mustangs have the basketball. They trail by 6. As we wind down towards the end of the game, the Mustangs with 5 fouls have 1 foul to give before they put Bayard back at the line in the bonus. High post for Knight. Squares up, kicks it out. Perez for 3. That one is short, but there's Ferguson with the rebound. Now she'll pull it back out. Finds now out to can't find Schultz. Out to Perez. Now back to Ferguson. Locked up there for a moment. They go into the paint for Knight. Little runner, that one falls off, won't go. Bramer with the putback, and finally the rebound by Lake. Now the Mustangs are going to trap. Tried to go back down low for Bramer, and now they're going to say Mustang basketball, as that was Lake stepping on the end line. So with 3 minutes to go, a wild scramble in the exchange there, but the Mustangs are going to get it back. Peterson comes out of the Bayard lineup, and that is Burry back in. Over the top they go. This is Knight. Knight into the lane. Runner, good. Jacoby Knight has found some room to work in the lane in this second half. 4-point game, 2:45 to go. That one thrown out to nobody. And then taken away by Callie Schultz. Callie strips it away from Lake. Shot up, no good, but there's Ferguson trailing the play. She can't get it to fall. Gets her own rebound, and now a quick held ball call that time. But it'll be Mustang basketball with the alternating possession. Sierra Garrett with those 4 fouls comes back in. Has to be very, very careful. 2:34 to go, fourth quarter. Mustangs down by 4. Perez will inbound it. Gracie Perez looks, finds Knight on the wing. Knight will put it on the floor. Gets it up to Callie Schultz. 2.5 to go. 2-possession game. Perez had that one partially blocked, I think. Ball loose on the floor. Garrett picks it up and can't get it to fall. Scramble again, no held ball call, and out of the scramble comes Stewart and tipped away by Jayla Bramer. Great effort by Jayla Bramer that time. That was an easy layup by Kylie Stewart. Stripped away at the last minute to save the layup. Perez out, Ferguson back in, 2:13 to go. Mustangs need a defensive stop here. Over the top, there's Callie Schultz taking that inbounds pass. 3-on-2 for the Mustangs. Feeds it to Garrett. Shot up, good! Mustangs within a 1 possession. A 2-point game with 2:05 to go in the fourth quarter, 55-53. What a comeback for these Mustangs. They were down 14 points at one point in this second half, but they have chipped away, battled back, finally found some offensive rhythm, and they've done it by increasing that defensive pressure. And they've got a chance here. They're only down 2 points with 2:05 to go. This is anybody's game. With the reset, Mustangs have 7 fouls, so Bayard in the bonus. The Mustangs with 5 fouls. Bear with me while I wet the whistle here just a little bit for these final 2:05 left to go in this fourth quarter. Mustangs now going to come up and give some pressure. Lake gets it in. Now that defense falls back. Lake up the right side, picks up her dribble in a bad spot. And Stewart nearly, now she does step on the end line and gives it back to the Mustangs with the turnover. Mustangs with a chance to tie or take the lead here. Perez comes back in, and they're going to leave Jayla Bramer in the game. This will be Ferguson who checks out. 1:52 to go, and the Mustangs with the basketball. And they go to work. Callie Schultz crosses the timeline. Knight back to Schultz. Back to Knight on the left wing. Knight drives into the lane. Little runner, shot up, good! We are tied! Jacoby Knight has absolutely worn out the Bayard Tigers in the lane, and now Callie Schultz with a good defensive effort, but she is going to be called for the reach-in foul. Not a bad foul there. It's only her second. It will put Bayard at the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Lake comes out, Sauer back in for the Tigers. So this will be Avery Kildow with the 1-and-1 opportunity. She's 2 for 4 so far tonight. 1:32 to go, fourth quarter. Free throw, no good. And the rebound by Jayla Bramer going up high to get that one. Callie Schultz crosses the timeline, tied at 55. Jacoby Knight, she'll put it on the floor. High post they go to Garrett. Garrett over the top to Knight. Knight to Ferguson, shot up, that one won't fall. And we have got a held ball, and this is Bayard Tiger basketball on the alternating possession. 1:12 to go, tied at 55. Timeout on the floor. Bayard wants to set a play and get a good look at the basket here. Today's your last day to take advantage of the 3-day sale going on now at Gordon Superfoods and the Ideal Market in Rushville. Both of those fine establishments open 7 days a week. Open Range Beef in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and our community. Also, C-Hub International for all of your home, auto, farm, ranch, and crop insurance. You name it, Jeff can take care of you at 402 East 2nd Street in Rushville. And there are wins and losses in basketball and sometimes sprained ankles and chipped teeth. The sport of basketball isn't always pain-free, but at Gordon Dental, pain-free is always the goal. Visit Dr. Robert Ferguson and his staff at Gordon Dental for a pain-free, exceptional dental experience. Check out the great selection of sale items now at Hins Clothing in Gordon. They also have a great selection of sportswear, casual wear, jeans, shoes, and much more. That's at Hins Clothing Center, downtown Gordon. 1:12 to go, fourth quarter, tied at 55. Bayard with the basketball, the Mustangs applying full court pressure. They get it in, but taken away by Sierra Garrett. Schultz to the high post for Knight. Knight will back it out. Good move there. The Mustangs back to Knight. High post, trying to find somewhere to go with it. Now she'll turn and finds Garrett. Back to Knight. Jacoby Knight guarded closely by Trevino. And we've got a timeout called by Coach Randy Holbert. Mustangs trying to get the ball in Knight's hands and let her create something, but good defense that time by Samantha Trevino. Wouldn't let her get free. And so the Mustangs with the timeout. 48 seconds left to go, fourth quarter. We are tied at 55. Proudly celebrating over 125 years. That is the First National Bank in Gordon. That's 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. And don't forget to ask about their competitive student checking accounts. And they wish the Mustangs good luck from the First National Bank in Gordon. And the certified public accounting firm of Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan wishes good luck to the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Visit with CPAs Sarah Ritgarn or Mike Coombs or any of the other professional staff at 216 South Main Street in Gordon, or you can call 282-0842 for all of your tax, payroll, and accounting needs. GLR CPAs have big firm capability and small town personality. Go Mustangs from Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan. We've got a good one here, folks. Going to be a great finish. 48 seconds left to go, fourth quarter. We are tied at 55. Mustangs have stormed back from 14 down. Gracie Perez tries to feed it in. Somehow, Sierra Garrett came up with that basketball. Callie Schultz with it. Tonight in the lane. Shot good! Mustangs with the lead. And now a timeout called by the Bayard Tigers. 34.5 seconds left, and the Mustangs with a lead of 2 points at 57-55. Their first lead since early in the second quarter. Take a deep breath and get ready for the last 34.5 seconds here, folks. This has been an awful lot of fun. Say thanks to Strong Insurance. They've been family owned since 1932. They are your independent insurance company, and they offer all forms of insurance. You can find them at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. You should also come and bank with the best. The Bank of the West offers all banking services, including mortgages. Come enjoy their welcoming atmosphere. The coffee pot is always on at the Bank of the West. Mustangs quickly back out on the floor. 34.5 seconds left to go. And the Mustangs with only 5 fouls, so they can foul if they want to here without, or excuse me, the Mustangs with 8 fouls. Still a 1-and-1 bonus. You really don't want to foul here, but it's not the end of the world if you do. And that is exactly what's going to happen. Callie Schultz trying to guide the Bayard's Grace Burry over to the sideline, and she is going to be called for the blocking foul. That is the third on Schultz. 30.3 seconds left to go, and that's still not a bad foul. 1-and-1 opportunity here for Grace Burry. First free throw is no good. Tipped out, but the long rebound comes out to Sauer. Burry with the shot. That one misses it badly. Ball loose on the floor. Mustangs come out of there with it, and then a foul by Stewart with 21.1 seconds left. But now that is not enough to put the Mustangs on the line. So that foul by Stewart is her fourth. Now Gracie Perez will come back in. Ferguson will head to the bench. The next foul by Bayard will put the Mustangs into the bonus. 21 seconds to work. Mustangs need to get this one cleanly inbounds. They go over top to Callie. Callie down the floor she goes, lays it up, won't quite fall, under heavy pressure that time. A scramble now, that one thrown ahead. Stewart has it stripped away and out of bounds by Callie Schultz. 9.6 seconds left to go, fourth quarter. Mustangs lead it by 2. They need a defensive stop here. Peterson will inbound it. Now Ferguson comes in, defensive substitution for Gracie Perez. Jayla Bramer will guard the inbounds here. Peterson gets it in, but they lost the handle. Burry with 7 seconds to go, into the corner. This is Sauer, shot up and good! Holy cow, the three-pointer. The three-pointer. And that is your game winner. Grace Burry with a big three. And that will do it. What a finish. Congratulations to the Bayard Tigers. What a fantastic finish. The Mustangs had exactly what they wanted. They battled all the way back. They had a chance. They had a chance, but they couldn't quite get that one to go. Couldn't get the stop. Burry knew she had to get rid of it in a hurry, scooped it up, and put it in the net. The Bayard Tigers come out on top, a 1-point victory for Bayard. They win it tonight, 59-58. What a finish, but congratulations also to the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. They came storming back from a huge deficit in that second half. Had a lead with 7 seconds to go, couldn't quite hold it. Well, we've got 20 minutes on the pregame here. We're just about ready for boys basketball action coming up next. Stick around, we'll have all of that for you here in just a bit. Let's try and do some math on the run here and give you some final scoring totals. Callie Schultz finished, Rhianne Ferguson finished with 4. Callie Schultz had 6. Sierra Garrett finished with 10. Jayla Bramer finished with 5. Jacoby Knight 19 points for Jacoby Knight. 15 of those came in the second half. Gracie Perez finishes with 11. For the Bayard Tigers, Kylie Stewart finished with 11. Sierra Sauer with 2. Shaylee Peterson 4. Bailey Lake finished with 14 points. Grace Burry finished with 12 points. So that big three-pointer at the buzzer was the one that counted the biggest. Avery Kildow finished with 2, Liz Marker with 2, and Samantha Trevino with 10 points, all of those coming in the first half. What a game. That was a whole lot of fun. The Mustangs come out on the short end of the stick, but what a second half. Nice comeback by the Mustangs, and a good job by that young team. So we will switch gears, get ready for boys basketball. That pregame clock already running at 18:30. We'll get some lineups and get ready to bring you some exciting boys basketball action in just a few minutes here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.
There is a new world out there, revealing itself in unpredictable ways. A world that demands more from the land and those who grow, farm, and build on it. This new world calls for the ingenuity to get more out of it, while preserving as much as we can. After all, to stay ahead of tomorrow, we need to be equipped for it today.
Hinn's Home Furnishings of Gordon is gearing up for our annual tax return sale with big savings store-wide. Hinn's Home Furnishings has a great selection of couches, recliners, mattresses, appliances, dining room sets, and more. We also carry a wide variety of quality flooring and even offer installation. Hinn's Home Furnishings also offers free local delivery. Come check us out at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Remember, even if we don't have what you're looking for, we can get it for you.
All right, we have got things reset and ready to go for this boys basketball matchup between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bayard Tigers. 7 minutes left to go before we get this one underway. Let's take a look at some starters and a little bit about these two teams. First, for the Bayard Tigers, a season record of 3-5 on the season. Tigers started out the season with a win against the Layton Warriors. They dropped 2 in a row before getting their second win against Creek Valley, and then it's been a long drought here. They've lost 3 straight before a win just last night at Potter Dix, a 66-20 win against Potter Dix. So 3-5 for the Bayard Tigers. Starters tonight for Bayard. Number 2 is Bryce Burry. Number 15 is Dawson Crehaw. Number 23 is Peyton Oliveris. Number 35 is Justin Whitebear. And number 44, Lane Hargens. For the Mustangs, allow me to do just a little bit of internet work here and get this pulled up so I can give you everything we want to give. Mustangs opened up the season 6-0. 5-0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says 8-2, but I don't think one of those is counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Opened up 7-0 before heading to the Great Northeast Nebraska Shootout in Wayne during the holiday break. They lost their first game of that tournament to Arlington. They lost the second game to Laurel Concord Coleridge. Then they won their final game of that tournament against Pender to give them their 8th win on the season. So an 8-2 Mustang squad. And I'm going to have to run back down and get the starters for the Mustangs. I was all worried about the Bayard Tigers, and so I will do that. Probably not much suspense there, but we're going to find out. So bear with me. We'll be back here in just a second with the starting lineups for the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. All right, we are back with some Gordon-Rushville Mustangs starters. This evening, starting for the Mustangs, number 3, Corbin Bailey. Number 4 is Dylan Schwarting. Number 12, Corby Campbell. Number 22 is Trace Began. And number 24, Jared Nelson. And it appears that I have given the Tigers a really big head start on the Mustangs here. Let's see if we can fix that as we go forward. How about if we make the Tigers be 0 instead of 590? All right, we have an awful lot of fun doing these broadcasts. We don't always get it quite right, but we sure have a lot of fun trying. We hope you enjoyed that girls basketball game immediately previous to this one. What a fantastic finish. Bayard Tigers pulling out a 1-point 59-58 victory over the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs on a last-second three-point shot to win it for the Bayard Tigers. We are looking forward to some exciting boys basketball action now in just about 3 minutes. This is the Gordon Memorial pregame report. Of course, Gordon Memorial Health Services is one of our partner sponsors this year. Make sure you give them a big old thank you the next time you're in there. Let them know that you appreciate their support of Gordon-Rushville Mustang Athletics. Time to give you just a little more information, and we'll be back with the starting lineups, introductions, and whatnot in just a bit here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.
Are you okay?
What happened?
Dad kind of walked into my swing.
Huh?
Don't you mean Dad kind of ruined our Hawaii fund?
I should go to the hospital.
There goes the airfare. I don't think health insurance will cover all of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Without that cash from Aflac, we might have to choose between Hawaii or your face.
Hawaii.
What?
Oh, Hawaii.
You might have less coverage than you think. Visit Aflac.com and keep your lifestyle healthy.
A minute and 41 seconds left to go in the pregame warm-ups here, and I apologize. We had some technical difficulties earlier in the girls' game, but seem to have got that figured out. I'm not sure if somebody jumped onto the network here and gobbled up a bunch of bandwidth or whatever that was, but we got things kind of figured out and put back in order, and glad that we did. That was a fantastic finish. And so now we'll turn it over to the public address announcer for the introductions of the starting lineups.
Mustangs. We'll do their starting lineup first. Number 3, 5'9" junior, Corbin Bailey. Number 4, a 5'9" junior, Dylan Schwarting. Number 12, 6'3" senior, Corby Campbell. And number 22, a 6'1" senior, Trace Began. And number 24, a 6' senior, Jared Nelson. Mustangs are coached by Joel Nelson and David Morris. And now for the hometown Tigers. Number 2, 5'10" senior, Bryce Burry. Number 15, a 5'5" junior, Dawson Prehigh. Number 23, 6'4" junior, Peyton Oliveris. Number 35, 6' junior, Justin Whitebear. And number 44, 6'5" junior, Lane Hargans. The Tigers are coached by Mike Simons and Jake Martin. Good luck.
All right, there are the starting lineups, and again, we mentioned it before the girls basketball game. We are right up close to the fans here in the broadcast area here in Bayard, and so we apologize as folks stand up. We get not much of a view for you, but we are ready to go here. Number 44, Lane Hargans in the circle, ready to jump it up against Corby Campbell and get this one underway. The Mustangs off of that 1-2 showing over the holiday period at the tournament at Wayne, and they are ready to get that bad taste out of their mouth. And they are right to work here after the tip is won by Corby Campbell. Mustangs go to work. This is Nelson working out front. Nelson flips it across to Campbell, right back out to Corbin Baylor. Now Corbin Bailey, he'll back it out and hand it off to Dylan Schwarting between the circles. Now back across to Corbin Bailey. A 1-2-2 zone defense by the Bayard Tigers. That one's tipped, but Bailey gets it back. Here's Nelson. Nelson skip pass all the way across to Schwarting. Just underway, opening possession by the Mustangs here. Up top for Bailey. Bailey drives down the lane, tried to feed it to Campbell, but that's off of a Bayard Tiger leg and out of bounds. Mustangs will maintain possession. 7:17 to go, first quarter, just underway. Glad to have you along with us here this afternoon. We hope this game is as exciting as the last one was. Over the top goes Nelson. Not a good inbounds pass as Crehaw and Bailey battle for it. Bailey gets it. Now he'll drive down the lane, lays it up and good. Corbin Bailey starts things off for the Mustangs, and now he'll pick up Dawson Crehaw full court. Now they'll try to set the trap. Crehaw dribbles out of it. Crosses the court, hands it off, and now back to Burry. Bryce Burry works down the left side. Man-to-man defense by the Mustangs. Crehaw has to track that one down, but gets it back. Guarded by Bailey. 6:45 to go. Mustangs by 2 in the early going. They hand it off. This is Justin Whitebear. Crehaw down inside for Hargens. Flips it out. This is Oliveris. That one is short off the front of the rim, but the offensive rebound keeps it alive for the Bayard Tigers. So here's Burry out to Crehaw. And now Whitebear. Between the circles, guarded by Nelson. And that one's taken away by Corbin Bailey. Bailey with the left hand drives in, draws the contact, and they're going to say an offensive foul on Corbin Bailey. Offensive foul with both players moving down the floor. That's kind of hard to get a charge when you do that, but that's the call. First on Bailey. Mustangs with that full court man-to-man pressure. Crehaw is going to step on the sideline and turn it over. That'll be Mustang basketball. The pressure pays off that time. The Mustangs get the turnover. They're back to work. 6:10 to go in the first quarter. Bailey sets the offense. Across to Nelson on the wing. Campbell in the corner. And now Bailey. They reverse it all the way around to Nelson. Down to the baseline for Campbell. Schwarting looks for Bailey. Kicks it out for Nelson. Nelson into the corner for Bailey. Very patient Mustangs here. Flip it out. This is Nelson. Good head fake. Into the lane. Up and good. Jared Nelson with 2, and it's a 4-point advantage for the Mustangs. Crehaw crosses the timeline. Back across to Burry. Burry cut off, and they're going to say he traveled with it. Anticipated that pressure coming on the double team, and they'll turn it over again. The one hallmark of this Mustang team that we have seen so far this year is outstanding defense, and they've held Bayard scoreless for the first 3 minutes. Here's a high arcing shot in and out for 3 that won't go, rebounded by Oliveris. Crehaw works. They'll try to set the trap there. Tipped by Jared Nelson, and now a 3-on-1. Nelson lays it up. Good. Under 5 to go. This is Oliveris. Shuffles it to Hargens. Missed that one. Burry with the rebound, the putback, and the score. 6-2, 4:44 to go. First quarter. Corbin Bailey will trigger the offense this time for Gordon-Rushville. Across to Schwarting. Finds Nelson on the wing. Looks inside for Bagan, and he is going to be pushed from behind. Going to give that to Whitebear, I believe. No. They said 3, but there's no 3 in the game. It's got to be Whitebear. It had to have been 35. That is his first. Over the top they go to Schwarting. Back to high post. Quickly to Nelson. Lays that one up softly off the glass. Jared Nelson with 6 points in the early going here and it's a 6-point advantage for Gordon-Rushville. Ahead to Hargens, gathers that one in, flips it back, and that'll be picked up by Nelson. Mustangs on the run here, trying to find some more points in transition. Campbell softly up and over the top of Oliveras. That's good. And a timeout on the floor. Mustangs out of the gate quickly here. They lead it 10-2. The Italian Inn in Gordon serves up delicious burgers and steaks, as well as great Italian food and much more in a friendly hometown atmosphere. They are open for lunch and dinner. The Italian Inn is located at 200 North Main Street in Gordon. And Grocery Mart invites you to help stick to your we're going to try this again. They want to help you stick to your New Year's resolution with fresh fruit, salad kits, and much more. And it's all on sale now at Grocery Mart. And of course, they are your locally owned hometown grocery store right there in downtown Gordon. Glad to have them along for another year of sponsorship here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. Longtime supporters of Mustang Athletics. Glad to have them along again, along with all of our other sponsors. Say thanks to them, along with our partner sponsors, Modern Farm Equipment, Gordon Memorial Health Services, Hins Home Furnishings, and of course, the Sheridan County Journal-Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. 4:02 to go, first quarter. Mustangs lead at 10-2. They've come out of the starting gate quickly in this first quarter, and now they're going to go to a 1-3-1 full court trap. Work it across to Kreha. High pass across to Burry. Burry's able to get it across to Kreha, and now they'll try to set the offense. Kreha drives in, flips it back out. Oliveira shot up. That one's no good. Rebounded by Trace Began. Out to Nelson down the left side. Looks ahead. Here's Schwarting on that right wing. Flips it back up top for Began. They'll quickly reverse it between the circles to Nelson. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Now Nelson slows it down, dribbles to his right. Now he'll back it out, works off of a pick. Began with a nice pick that time. Schwarting in the corner for three. That one off glass and no good. Began couldn't find it after it came off the rim at an odd angle. Picked up that time now, as that is Ryan Lakes who is in the game. Didn't have time to check pronunciation. Not sure if that's Lakes or Lakes. We'll try and get a clarification on that as we go forward. There's number 14 using the glass, up and good. Either way you say it, it's a 3-point shot and a 5-point lead for the Mustangs. Under 3 to go. Began high post. Jumper good. The Mustangs have looked at ease from the very beginning here on offense. And there's a traveling call on Burry. And that'll give it back to the Mustangs with 2:33 to go. Now into the game comes Carson Hinn along with Brady Bolander. And also Logan Dexter. So 3 fresh Mustangs on the floor. 2:30 to go, first quarter. Nelson will trigger the offense. Drives down the lane, lays it up over the front of the rim, and good for 2 more. He's got 8 points in this first quarter. More pressure by Gordon-Rushville here. Over the top they go. Brady Bolander had his mitts on it, got it back. Ahead to Nelson. Nelson, good hesitation there. Lays it in for 2 more. That's 10 first quarter points for Jared Nelson. More pressure. Burry has it, pivots out of trouble. Works against Carson Hinn. Accelerates down the lane, and then Carson going to be called for the reach-in foul. And that'll be the first on Carson Hinn. So into the game comes Jack Kildow. Burry will head to the bench along with Tanner Rafferty on the floor for the Bayard Tigers. This is Kildow out to Rafferty. Rafferty guarded closely by Brady Bolander. Goes to the baseline, cut off there, flips it back out for Hargens. Free throw line jumper, and that one misses and out of bounds. Mustang basketball, 1:40 to go in the first quarter. Jared Nelson content to take his time and walk this one up the floor just a little bit to get this started. 1.5 minutes to go, and then they're going to call him for a carry that time, and that'll turn it over. Bagan and Schwarting, after that short rest, back in for Campbell and Nelson. This is got all kinds of ahead of me. Here's Rafferty down the floor. Into the corner and back out. Now onto the wing for Rafferty. Rafferty back up between the circles. That's Kildow. Kildow nearly had it taken away, and it's going to be a Mustang or a turnover back to the Mustangs. Well, Logan Dexter had it go right through his fingers, but it bounced off of the Bayard Tiger and back out of bounds for the turnover. 1:09 to go. First quarter, Mustangs out in front 16-5. Onto the wing for Carson Hinn. Sizes up the defense. Now he'll swing it back around to Bolender. And now to Schwarting in the corner for Bagan. And back to Bolender. Carson Hinn, good ball movement. They reverse it around. Three-pointer on the way. Good! Dylan Schwarting lights the lamp for three. And now we got a traveling call, and that'll give it right back to Gordon-Rushville. 44.3 seconds left to go first quarter. And the Mustangs have revved it up and jumped the clutch in this first quarter, 19-5. And that one misfires wide of Dylan Schwarting and out of bounds. Bayard Tiger basketball. So this will be Rafferty working against Bolender. Now across to Lakis. Crosses the timeline, nearly had it taken away there. Rafferty takes the pass. Oliveras for three. That one is good. Got 18-9. 15 seconds left to go. Mustangs trying to hold for that last shot. Here's Carson Hinn with 10 to go. Dribbles to his left. Flips it back out for Bagan. Here's Bolender into the corner for Schwarting. Little runner at the buzzer. That won't fall. Not a quality shot for Dylan Schwarting at the buzzer. At the end of one, the Mustangs out in front 19-8.
Hinn's Home Furnishings of Gordon is gearing up for our annual tax return sale with big savings store-wide. Hinn's Home Furnishings has a great selection of couches, recliners, mattresses, appliances, dining room sets, and more. We also carry a wide variety of quality flooring and even offer installation. Hinn's Home Furnishings also offers free local delivery. Come check us out at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Remember, even if we don't have what you're looking for, we can get it for you.
Ready for second quarter action. And don't forget that Open Range Beef in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and our community. And also stop in and see Jeff and his fellow co-workers there at Hub International for all of your home, auto, farm, ranch, and crop insurance needs. You can find them at 402 East 2nd Street on Highway 20 in Rushville. 8 minutes on the second quarter clock. Back to work we go. Here's Kildow. Loses it back across, almost a backcourt violation. Mustangs are going to trap out front. Kildow able to evade the pressure, puts up the shot. That won't go. Scramble for the rebound, and this will be Mustang basketball. 7:41 to go second quarter. That one just dribbled on the sideline by one of the Bayard Tigers. Jared Nelson is the trigger man for the offense this time down the floor. Brings it across. Works against Oliveras. Here's Corbin Bailey. Flips it back out to Nelson. Nelson down the lane, high off the glass. Can't get that one to go. A runner in the lane with a scoop shot. Not a high percentage shot that time. Bailey went for the steal. Oliveras with a good head fake. Out and right back into Hargens. Good ball movement by Bayard here. Three-pointer won't fall. And the rebound by Corby Campbell. Nelson down the floor. Now he'll step back. Shot up. Good. Rattles that one home. Well, the Mustangs have shot extremely well in their half-court offense. That is not something that we saw a whole lot of in the early part of the season. And now I've got a reach-in foul from behind, as that'll go against Lance Hargens. and that'll be his first. So good to see that Mustang half-court offense start to take shape as we start 2018. They had been getting by on really outstanding defense and a lot of points in transition, but nice to see that half-court offense start to come in here. Corby Campbell, a little hook shot. That one missed everything. Now rebounded by Lakis. He'll bring it up the floor. Picks up his dribble. Bad spot to do that. And there's going to be a foul on Corbin Bailey, but that'll be his second. Now White Bear will come back in to take the place of Lakis. 6:26 to go, second quarter. Kildow will set the offense for the Bayard Tigers. Works to the wing, down into the corner for White Bear. And then out of bounds off of Corbin Bailey's foot. It'll stay with the Bayard Tigers. And as loud as this arena was half an hour ago, you can hear a pin drop in here for this boys game. Mustangs got out on top early and really has taken the crowd out of it. And here's Kreha trying to go down low and tipped out of bounds. That's Bagan who got a hand on that one and tipped it out of bounds. 6:03 to go, second quarter. Bayard Tiger basketball again. White Bear, the catch and shoot. Three-pointer is short. And the rebound's going to be picked up by Nelson. Gets it ahead to Corby Campbell, maintains his balance, flips it back to Nelson, into the corner for Schwarting. Schwarting with a little bit of a lane to the basket, gets it to fall. Makes it 23-8. Dylan Schwarting with 5 points, quickly ahead to White Bear. And he's up and off the glass for his first 2 points of the game, 23-10. Nelson down the lane, over the front of the rim and good. Jared Nelson just wearing out the Bayard Tigers in the paint today. Kreha across to Kildow, and now into the corner they go. This is White Bear. That shot no good, and the good rebound that time by Bagan. Ahead to Corby Campbell running the floor, lays it up and good. The Mustangs very, very comfortable. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Kreha able to get a handle on that, turns and heads to the basket, flipped it, tried to get it out to Oliveras, but out of bounds. Mustang basketball with 4:53 to go. Hinn, Bolender, and Dexter all come in. Bailey, Schwarting, and who will be the third one to come out? That'll be Bagan, who will head off the floor. 27-10, 4:53 to go in this second quarter. Now a 2-3 look by the Bayard Tigers. Onto the wing for Bolender. He'll bring it up top. That one is tipped. And they're going to say, oh, it went off of the referee or the official's foot. That's what kept that thing in bounds. That was an odd play. It looked like it was going out of bounds, but I think it hit the official's foot, kept it in the field of play, and that's out of bounds. It'll be Bayard Tiger basketball. Kreha to White Bear. Hands it off to Kreha. Over the top they go. And this is Brandon Niger in the game. Kildow has that one tipped and taken away by Logan Dexter. Hands it off to Carson Hinn. Ahead quickly to Bolender. He'll fire it right back to Carson Hinn. 4:05 to go. Nelson's long three-pointer won't fall. And the rebound cleared by Kreha. Nearly lost out of bounds by Kildow. Spin move, shot blocked. And here's Nelson coming back the other way for Gordon-Rushville. Into the corner, this is Carson Hinn cutting to the basket and laying it up for two. Carson Hinn's first two of the game, and a timeout called by the Bayard Tigers. Mustangs comfortably out in front, 29-10 with 3:45 to go in the second quarter. Cheer on the Mustangs this season with a smile that looks good and feels great by taking a trip to see Dr. Robert Ferguson and his exceptional staff at Gordon Dental for a pain-free patient. And the second one also is no good. And Bayard will have the basketball out of bounds on the far side. So Not sure what transpired there. But we're ready to go back to work. And now Dennis Mulcahy into the game as he'll square off against Kildow up at the top of the defense. And now we've got a traveling call on Burry, and that'll turn it back over to the Mustangs. So we double check our broadcast, and I think everything is up and running well. So if you're having difficulty at home, it's probably on your end at this point. Now there's a finger roll that comes up well short, and back the other way comes Burry. 2 big steps, can't get that reverse layup to fall. Logan Dexter quickly out ahead to Bolender. Bolender cross court to Hinn. Back up to Bagan, 3-pointer off the mark, no good. Bolender is there to save it back in right off of White Bear's face and out of bounds. Flipped that back in, and it worked out for the Mustangs, but Justin Whitebear paid the price that time. 2:54 to go in the second quarter. Carson Hinn will inbound it, gets it into Brady Bolender. Back to Hinn in the corner, and that one well short, tipped out of bounds. Mustang basketball. .248 left to go in the second quarter. They'll get it into Bolender. He'll drive in, feeds it across, tried to get it across to Bagan, but taken away and then stolen right back. Bolender spin move. That one won't fall. Oliveris clears the rebound and gets it back to White Bear. Quickly ahead to Kildow. Over the top, tipped by Bagan and tracked down by Carson Hinn, but it was out of bounds, and it'll be Bayard Tiger basketball. Hargan's back in, 2:27 to go in this first half. Wholesale changes for the Mustangs. Hinn, Dexter, and Mulcahy out. White Bear across to Burry. Now into the corner they go for Kildow. Up for Oliveris. White Bear, long 3-pointer. In and out, no good. Trace Bagan tracks down the rebound and gets it to Jared Nelson with 2:10 to go. Crosses the timeline ahead to Bolender. Looked inside and traveled with it. Had Corby Campbell down on the low block, wanted to get it to him, but he was defended well, and it turns into a traveling call. So Ryan Lakes back in there. Oliveris will get a breather with 2:05 to go in the half. Jared Nelson had to tie his shoe. Now he's got that figured out. That time, Mustang basketball. Right wing. And we have something gobbling up bandwidth again on us. We'll try and troubleshoot that a little bit again at the half if we can. High post for Bagan. Back out for Bolender. Cross court for Nelson. Nelson into the paint. Tried to feed it across. That was kicked, but no whistle. Down the floor to Kildow. High off the glass. Won't go. Burry with the rebound and the putback. He's got 4 points. 1:20 to go in the half. 27-12, Mustangs out in front here. Nelson backs in, now he'll back it back out between the circles. Bayard back into that 1-2-2. Nelson down the lane, lost the handle, and picked up by Justin Whitebear. He's hung up, now dribbles out of difficulty, and then taken away by the Mustangs again. Nelson feeds it, nice no-look pass that time. Schwarting is going to be fouled. He'll have 2 free throws. Give that foul to White Bear. That is his second. 48.9 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Dylan Schwarting with 2 free throws here. He's got 5 points. These are his first free throws of the night. That first one is no good. Again, it looks like we're back in the green on our broadcast here. That doesn't always tell us the entire story. But it looks like it should be good for the time being. And now we've got a violation on the shot by one of the Bayard Tigers, and so Schwarting will get another chance at it. And he missed it again. Quickly ahead to Kildow. Hargan's in the lane. Shot is good, and the foul. Count the basket for Hargan's. Give that foul to Trace Bagan. That is the first on him. 40 seconds left to go in the half. Hargan's with the chance for the three-point play. And that one missed everything. Mustang basketball. Got to draw iron on that free throw, and that one missed badly. 37 seconds. Jared Nelson walks it up the floor and sets the Mustang offense. Goes to that left wing. Comes out and gets a screen from Campbell. Into the corner for Schwarting. Down low for Bagan. High off the glass. Good. 4 points for Trace Bagan. 15 seconds to go. That one tipped off of Burry and then taken by Campbell. Flips it back in, but right to one of the Bayard Tigers. 4 seconds to go. Burry, long three-pointer. That one is short, and that's how the half will end. The Mustangs at the half lead at 29-14. Well, let's give you some updated scoring totals on the fly here. Corbin Bailey with 2, Dylan Schwarting with 5, Corby Campbell 4, Carson Hinn 2, Trace Bagan 4, Jared Nelson with a whole bunch of crooked numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be 14 points for Jared Nelson in that first half. For the Bayard Tigers, Bryce Burry with 4, Ryan Lakes with 3, Peyton Oliveras with 3, Justin Whitebear with 2, Lane Hargans with 2 to round out the scoring. We are at the half. Gordon-Rushville 29 and Bayard 14.
With the dawn of every new day come countless new demands. At New Holland, we know the value of reliable planting. That's why our P-Series air carts and drills give you precise control over your seeding, increasing accuracy and yield. When it comes time to harvest, the CR Series Combine offers superior quality, minimal grain loss, and increased visibility. Challenges will vary from day to day, but your answers to them won't. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
Well, I've got to double check here. I show the score as 31. The scoreboard shows 29, so we'll subtract off a couple of points until the scorer crew does the math and proves it otherwise. 29-14 at the half.
You're at brunch. You want to go sweet, but you also want savory. What do? You order the brunch explosion. Boom. It's the same thing as Aflac. All right, look, you have major medical insurance, but you also need to make sure your bases are covered. So if you get stuck with an unexpected medical bill and your regular insurance doesn't pay for everything, Aflac pays you cash to help you get through it.
Oh, that's what Aflac is.
That's what Aflac is.
So folks, make sure you say thanks to sponsors of today's action. We've run down through those several times. We won't do that again just now. We will step aside with 7:45 to go in the halftime break. Mustangs out in front at the half, 29-14. All right, 2.5 minutes left to go before the start of the third quarter. Both teams back out on the floor. Mustangs out in front either by 31 or 29. I think we are correct at 31. Our scoring totals equal those individually for the Mustangs, and I'm not that good at math, but I do think it should be 31-14. We'll see what they come up with. Down at the scorer's table, it's not a big deal, but under 2 minutes to go. Say thanks to sponsors of today's game: True Value, Gordon Superfoods and Ideal Market of Rushville, Open Range Beef, Gordon Dental, Hins Clothing Center, the First National Bank of Gordon, Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan, Strong Insurance, the Bank of the West, the Italian Inn in Gordon, the Grocery Mart, I think we missed Hub International, Modern Farm Equipment, Gordon Memorial Health Services, Hins Home Furnishings, and the Sheridan County Journal-Star. And the Gordon Memorial Health Services welcomes Dr. Rob Schliefferth as he brings his ENT specialty clinic to Gordon Memorial Hospital. He started seeing patients in December, and he's excited to bring his services to our community. To schedule an appointment, call 605-791-0602. It does look like they're going to keep it at 29. So that's what we'll go with. We're ready to get this third quarter underway. Get this second half going. The Mustangs started quickly, came out of the gate in a hurry, and never really looked back. And they will have the basketball to start this third quarter. Nelson onto the wing for Bailey. Into the corner for Nelson. Now they'll reverse it back around. Bailey across to Schwarting and into the corner for Nelson. Now they'll reverse it back the other way, all the way into the corner for Bagan. Good quick movement by the Mustangs here. Pull-up jumper by Nelson. That's off the mark. And the rebound by White Bear. Here's Krehad leaving it for Oliveras. That one up and good. Down the lane goes Nelson, nearly a travel there, but able to get it out and back out to Bagan. Kind of sloppy ball handling by the Mustangs coming out of the half here. Maybe lost a little bit of focus over that halftime break. Burry around to Krehad. Tries to get it inside for Hargens and count the basket and the foul. That's going to go against Dylan Schwarting, I believe. Not up on the scoreboard just yet. Free throw by Hargens is no good. Schwarting drives in, absorbs the contact, can't get the shot to fall, but he is fouled, and he'll have free throws. First free throw no good by Schwarting. So he is 0 for 3 this evening from the free throw line. 6:48 to go, third quarter. Second one is good. Makes it 30-18. 6:45 to go, third quarter. Completely quiet in here as that one's taken away by Campbell. Ahead to Schwarting. Schwarting with the left hand, up and good. 32-18. That one scooped up by Hargens. Gets it to Burry. He looks in. White Bear will try a long three-pointer off the back iron and no good. Corbin Bailey ahead to Schwarting. Schwarting will pull it back out, has it taken away by White Bear. Lazy play that time by Dylan Schwarting. Turned his back, and lucky that that didn't turn into a layup at the other end. That one missed. Now here's Nelson the other way. That one left short. So the Mustangs not real sharp starting this third quarter. Here's Oliveris at the free throw line. White Bear down low for Hargens. He'll step out, squares up and finds Krehoff. 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Krehoff picks up his dribble, hung up. That one's going to be taken away, then taken right back by Oliveris. Tipped out of bounds by Bagan. 5:35 to go, third quarter. Carson Hinn going to come in for Schwarting. That one thrown out of bounds, and it'll be Mustang basketball. Miscommunication that time. And the Mustangs will get the turnover. 5:28 to go, third quarter, 32-18. Nelson looks in, skips it across to Carson Hinn. Carson one dribble and into the corner for Bagan. Now back to Bailey. They swing it around. Here's Hinn. Drives to the baseline. Cut off there by Hargens. Out to Bailey. He'll drive in. Little floater, pull-up jumper. Good. (34-18). 5 minutes on the dot. Left to go. Ahead to Burry. Pull-up jumper there. That one skips off. No good. And Hargens comes over the back. That is 2 on Hargens. And he is listed at 6'5", and I would say he is every bit of that. Krehoff and Burry out. They'll get a little bit of a rest. Here's Corbin Bailey. 4:47 to go, third quarter. Nelson on the wing. Down to the baseline for Campbell, and a blocking foul called. This is going to go against Oliveris, I believe. It is. And that is his first. A very cleanly played game. Neither team with anybody in any significant foul trouble. That one nearly taken away by White Bear. Into the corner for Nelson. Nelson drives baseline. Cut off there. Wraparound pass to Campbell. Nicely done that time. Nice assist by Nelson. Campbell with the finish. 18-point advantage for the Mustangs. Oliveris comes up, avoids the trap, gets it ahead. Hargens blocked by Corby Campbell. Nice play that time by Corby Campbell. Went up and slapped it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers. Dexter and Bolender come in. Bagan and Bailey will head to the bench. 4:14 to go, third quarter. Bayard gets it in. Quick shot on the inbounds pass. That's no good. White Bear tried to save it back in bounds, but it stepped on the end line. It'll be Mustang basketball. 4:09 to go, third quarter. Mustangs in command with an 18-point lead. Here is Bolender. Has that tipped out of his hands, able to get it back and hands it off to Carson Hinn. Carson with the left hand, drives in, kicks it to Dexter. Now back out to Bolender. Tried to feed it into the high post. There's Carson Hinn. Carson Hinn hung up, and then White Bear reaches in, and he'll be called for the foul. Well, that is the third on him. 3:42 to go in the third quarter. Bolender has it, works the cross. Now Nelson between the circles, back to the wing for Bolender. High post for Dexter. Out to Nelson. Pull-up jumper off the back iron and no good. And they're going to say that's going to be goaltending on Corby Campbell. Bayard Tiger basketball. 3:24 to go. Kildow loses it out of bounds, but it's off of one of the Mustangs. They get it into White Bear, and he'll go to work on this Mustang defense. Full court man-to-man defense by the Mustangs with 3:10 to go in the third quarter. Oliveras drives baseline, and he's going to be fouled by Logan Dexter. Leaning in just a little too much. He's called for his first foul. Schwarting and Bagan back onto the floor. Campbell and Nelson to the bench. High over the top goes Oliveras, curls into the paint, finds Hargens down low. He can't finish. Shot up, and that is good for Ryan Lakis. He's got 5. Quickly down the floor come the Mustangs. Carson Hinn has that one tipped. It went back up through the net. White Bear comes away with it. And Carson's going to be called for the foul, and unintentional. Got their feet tangled up. White Bear hits the floor. Carson Hinn picks up his second foul. Carson had been tracking Justin White Bear, and just a little too close, knocked him down when their feet collided. They look down low for Lakis, and that is Hargens with the lay-in. 36-22. I missed a Bayard Tiger basket on the scoreboard. Logan Dexter to the high post, and now we've got a held ball, and Logan Dexter trying to defend that basketball. White Bear hits the floor. 36-22. So Bayard with the alternating possession. They have the ball. Here's Oliveras high over the top to Hargens. Left that one short. And that is Bagan clearing the rebound. 2:05 to go, third quarter. Into the corner for Hinn. Across to Bolender. Now back across. Schwarting drives in and has his pocket pick. Back the other way comes Kildow. He'll curl it back out. Now he'll kick it across court. They try to go inside for Hargens. Able to get it to Oliveras, but he can't finish. And Bolender comes out of there with it. So a couple of shots at point blank range for the Bayard Tigers, but they just can't get the lid off the bucket. Into the corner for Bagan. That one is tipped and taken away. The Mustangs not nearly the sharp performance that they showed in the first half. And now we've got a timeout called. Coach Joel Nelson wants to talk this over. Try and right the ship here. 1:20 to go, third quarter. Mustangs out in front, 36-22. The First National Bank in Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Ask about our competitive student checking accounts. Good luck this season, Mustangs, from the First National Bank in Gordon. And the certified public accounting firm of Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan wishes good luck to the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Visit with CPAs Sarah Ritgarn or Mike Coombs or any of the other professional staff at 216 South Main Street in Gordon, or you can call 282-0842 for all of your tax, payroll, and accounting needs. GLR CPAs have big firm capability and small town personality. Go Mustangs from Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan. 1:20 to go, third quarter. Mustangs lead at 36-22. They've let the Bayard Tigers get a little bit of momentum in the last couple of minutes. Trying to shut that down and slam the door here. So this is Niger who has it, and then tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Mustang basketball. Trace Bagan with good tight defense there and caused the turnover as Lakes gathered it in but stepped on the sideline. 1:05 to go. Bailey triggers the offense for the Mustangs, feeds it to the high post for Nelson, tries to look inside down to the baseline for Campbell, has it tipped away. Nice spin move, coast to coast goes Kildow. Nice move for his first 2 points of the game. 36-24, 12-point lead, and the Mustangs failing to take care of the basketball, and a held ball this time, and the alternating possession goes to the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. 41.7 seconds left to go in this third quarter. And the Mustangs are going to have to get it together here. The ref giving the explanation to Bayard's head coach. And now we've got an offensive foul on Jared Nelson trying to get some room to work against Justin Whitebear. He's called for the push-off. And that'll be his first. .38 seconds left in the third quarter. Whitebear works his way around Nelson. Swing it into the corner and then taken away by the Mustangs. Nelson in traffic, loses it, but picked up by Bagan. He'll flip it back to Nelson with 20 seconds to go in this third quarter. Nelson guarded by Whitebear. Now he'll dribble it back out. 15 seconds, nearly lost it out to Bailey, and then they do lose it. Finally taken back by Nelson with 8 to go. Carson Hinn, three-pointer, off the mark, no good. Nelson is there for the rebound. The putback won't go. The follow by Bailey won't fall, and the quarter ends. Score 36-24. The Mustangs outscored that time in that quarter 10-7. And they now lead at 36-24 as we head to the fourth quarter.
When the field is your office, you never get tired of going to work. Cut, rake, bale, repeat. New Holland offers the power and versatility to get through the day. From small squares to large squares and everything in between, New Holland has you covered. Visit your local dealer today to find out more. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
Well, the Mustangs played that first half like their hair was on fire. They've come out in the third quarter and had a hard time picking that intensity up where they left off at the half. They've got a 12-point lead, but they've let Bayard get some momentum and get themselves back into this game. So we've got 8 minutes to go, and right off the bat, Bayard comes out. Oliveris with 2 more, and now it's a 10-point ball game. The Mustangs need to figure out a way to right the ship here. Bailey onto the wing for Nelson. High post for Campbell. Cross to Bailey. Leaves it out in the corner for Carson Hinn. Up top for Nelson. He'll dribble to the right wing. High post down low for Corby Campbell. Nice look that time. Corby Campbell down the baseline. Up and good for 2. Back to that 12-point lead. 7:15 to go, fourth quarter. Baseline, they look inside. That's tipped and taken away by the Mustangs. Nelson on the run. Nearly has it taken away. Maintains possession. Bagan for 3. That one's off the mark. Battle for the rebound, and a quick held ball call that time. The possession arrow in favor of the Mustangs. Hargens comes back into the game. 7 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. 4 fouls for each of these teams in the second half, so both of them a long way away from the bonus. High post for Campbell, feeds it down low for Bagan, couldn't quite finish. And that one's going to be saved back in just in the nick of time. And Kildow brings it across. Drives into the lane, and Corbin Bailey is going to be whistled for the foul. Now that's 3 on Bailey. The Mustangs still without the services of Morgan Holbert. Morgan, however, is in uniform tonight. Morgan with I believe it was a knee injury in football. Hasn't been able to play yet this year. Mustangs are anxiously awaiting his return for the second half of the season. So this will be Kildow with his second free throw attempt. 6:43 to go, fourth quarter. Missed them both. And Corby Campbell goes up high to clear that rebound. Ahead to Nelson. Pulls it back. No advantage there that time for the Mustangs. They swing it around to the wing. This is Hinn. High post for Campbell. Brings that ball down, has it slapped away, loses it, gets it back, and gets it out to Nelson. Looks baseline, cut off there. Up and over he goes, but left it short. 12-point lead for Gordon-Rushville. Kildow crosses the timeline. The Mustangs were really at their best in this game when they had that full court pressure on. They've fallen out of that in this second half. And there's a three-pointer that goes awry, and there is an offensive foul, probably against Hargens. It is, and that is his third. Timeout on the floor. Gordon-Rushville calls a full 1-minute timeout. 6:03 to go, fourth quarter. Mustangs up 38-26. Did you know that Strong Insurance is your independent insurance agency? They represent a variety of insurance companies, and they sell the products that most appropriately meet the needs of their clients. As an independent agent, they review many quotes, and they offer their clients the best policy options available. We don't work for any one insurance company. We work for you at Strong Insurance in downtown Gordon. Come bank with the best. The Bank of the West offers all banking services, including mortgages. Come enjoy the welcoming atmosphere. The coffee pot is always on at the Bank of the West. The Italian Inn in Gordon serves up delicious burgers and steaks, as well as great Italian food and much more in a friendly hometown atmosphere. They are open for lunch and dinner. The Italian Inn is located at 200 North Main Street in Gordon. And the Grocery Mart, we get this wrong every time. Help stick to your New Year's resolution with fresh fruit, salad kits, and more that's on sale now at Grocery Mart. And Grocery Mart, of course, is your locally owned hometown grocery store. 6:03 to go, fourth quarter. Mustangs with the basketball. Trying to close this one out. Nelson to the right wing. Works off of the pick. Turns the corner. Carson Hinn on the wing. Cut off there. Hands it off to Bacon. Right back out to Nelson. And they reverse it around. Down into the corner for Nelson. Up top for Nelson, excuse me, that was Campbell down low. Nelson drives down, but offensive rebound by Corby Campbell. Nelson out, back to Bailey. Now back to Nelson. 5.5 to go. Skip pass over the top to Hinn. Now back to Bailey. Mustangs with some patience here, working against this zone defense by the Bayard Tigers. Work them back and forth, try and find the opening in that defense. And with a 12-point lead, the Mustangs can afford to be patient here. Work some of that time off of this clock. Shorten the game. Bailey across to Nelson and back to Bailey. Mustangs really in conservative mode here. Bailey down the lane, kicks it out for Bagan. That one is short, but there's Corby Campbell with the offensive rebound. That'll extend the possession again. 4:50 to go. Big offensive rebound there for Campbell. And that one is kicked. It'll stay with the Mustangs. 4:44 to go, fourth quarter. 5 fouls apiece. The Mustangs holding a 12-point lead. Into the corner for Bagan. And that one is taken away. Good job that time by Burry to get that ball out of there without being called for the travel. Back to Burry, pull-up jumper, that one off the mark. Hargens is there for the rebound, tipped out of bounds by Corbin Bailey. It'll stay with the Bayard Tigers. 4:24 to go, fourth quarter. Dylan Schwarting will check back in. Corbin Bailey to the bench. Dawson Crehaw looks to find somebody, finally finds Oliveras, and then he is fouled by Trace Bagan. That was kind of a no-doubter. Trace with the tomahawk that time. He is called for his second foul. Puts Oliveras at the line for 2. He's got 7 points, now make that 8 tonight. 38-27. Chance for Bayard to pull within 10. With half a quarter to go. That one no good. And the rebound by Corby Campbell. Nelson crosses the timeline and now will slow it down again. They're going to make them to extend that defense. Try and wind this clock down. It has not been a sharp second half for this Mustang team. High post they go to Bagan. Across to Hinn and right back out to Nelson. Try to trap Nelson, but he gets it to Hinn. Now back up to Nelson. High post for Bagan, and now they'll pull it back out. Mustangs just trying to get out of here with a W. Schwarting drives in, finds Corby Campbell on the baseline. He is fouled. Corby Campbell draws the foul. He'll have a couple of free throws coming here as they give that foul to Oliveras. That is his second. Corby Campbell with 8 points tonight. 2 free throws here. First one is no good. 3:34 to go, fourth quarter. Second one finds its way home. Pushes the lead back to 12. Under 3.5 to go, and a traveling call on Justin Whitebear. That'll give it back to the Mustangs. Nelson between the circles, and now Schwarting. Been a very conservative fourth quarter for the Mustangs. Campbell and now to Schwarting. Bayard has switched to a man-to-man defense, but Nelson drives right around the defender and lays that up and good for his first 2 points of the second half. Preha crosses the timeline. The Mustangs will threaten the trap there. And now back to Burry at the top of the key. Hands it off to Preha. Has that one blocked or tipped by Carson Hinn. Schwarting down the lane and good. .220 to go, fourth quarter. And the Mustangs just a couple of minutes away from salting away win number 9 on the season. High post for Oliveras. That one missed badly. Rebounded by Schwarting. Nelson will work against Whitebear. Onto the wing. Bagan and now Hinn. Swing it to Schwarting. Back to Nelson. Bagan and Schwarting on the wing. Down low for Campbell. His shot won't fall, but he is fouled by Oliveras, and that is 3 on him. 2 more free throws on the way for Corby Campbell. 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. That one comes up short. Kildow checks back into the lineup. Take the place of Hargens. Second free throw is good. Get it ahead to Burry. Drives to the baseline. That one is blocked by Carson Hinn. Mustangs don't have numbers, and so Jared Nelson wisely slows it down, backs it out. 1:25 to go, fourth quarter. Nelson down the lane, leaves it out in the corner. Now Schwarting flips it back out to Nelson between the circles. He'll force that defense to come out and defend him. Drives around White Bear, feeds it to Corby Campbell, lays it up and in. Nice look that time. Under a minute to go now. Creha drives to the baseline, throws up a little flip, and somehow that thing found its way home. His first 2 points of the game gets him on the board. Nelson crosses the timeline, slows it down. 40 seconds left now. So our next broadcast will be this coming Tuesday when the Haysprings Hawks come to Gordon. We'll have that action for you. Don't have an exact start time yet, but there's a nice little lay-in by Nelson for 2 more. Make sure you join us Tuesday evening, under 20 seconds to go here. We'll have the Mustangs and the Hawks in the battle for Sheridan County. We hope you'll join us on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net for all of that action. Under 10 seconds to go now, 9.3 out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bayard Tigers. Burry's jumper is good. 48-31, and this will be it. Final score, 48-31. The Mustangs come out on top, but not before a great second half effort by the Bayard Tigers made them think twice about it. Let's take a quick look at scoring totals. Corbin Bailey finished with 4. Dylan Schwarting finished with 10. Corby Campbell, 12 points for him. Carson Hinn with 2. Trace Bagan 4. Jared Nelson finished with 18 to lead all scorers. For Bayard, Bryce Burry with 6. Jack Kildow with 2. Ryan Lakes with 5. Creha had 2. Peyton Oliveras finished with 8. Justin Whitebear had 2, and Lane Hargens finished with 6 points. Mustangs go to 9-2 on the season. Bayard falls to 3-6. Glad to have you along with us this afternoon. It was a whole lot of fun. Very, very entertaining both games. Congratulations to the Bayard Tiger girls. They came out with a 1-point victory over the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs on a last-second 3-point shot. What a game it was. We're glad that you were along there with us. It's been a fun day down here in Bayard. Done that several times today. I don't know how I'm going to find my way home. Thanks for joining us. We hope you'll join us again on Tuesday night. Mustangs and Hawks from Gordon. Until then, Clint Anderson, along with my lovely cameraman, Gene Anderson, we'll see you on Tuesday night on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.